I'm gonna need a bigger wrist. Hey, what's going on everyone? Greg here, and Apple just announced their biggest Apple Watch lineup ever with 3 new Apple Watches. The Apple Watch Series 8, the new Apple Watch SE, and this beautiful monstrosity, the Apple Watch Ultra. So in this video, I want to go over what's exactly new with these watches, what model I recommend, and some things you need to know before you order any of these watches. So let's start with what most people will be looking at first, the Apple Watch Series 8. This is definitely the most well-balanced watch with features and price point. Although if you're looking for new features compared to last year's Series 7, you may be in for some disappointment. That's because the Series 8 has the same design, the same performance, and most of the same features as the Series 7. It even loses some things that I really liked on the Series 7, like it lost the new colors, so it does not have the green or blue colors that the Series 7 had in the lineup, and last year, those were my 2 favorite colors. So I really did not like that. So now it only comes in 4 colors: Midnight, Starlight, Silver, and Product Red. And I guess the more premium stainless steel variants as well, you can still get those, so it still comes in graphite, silver, and gold in stainless steel. And some of the new features, I'm gonna be honest, kind of a little disappointing. So there is a new body temperature sensor, and it's kind of not exactly what I thought it would be, and probably maybe not what you're expecting. That's because Apple's body temperature sensor doesn't really seem to track your body temperature by like giving you like a reading. Like say you were feeling sick and you wanted to take like an instant reading of your body temperature. Yeah, that's not happening. So this feature is actually focused around women's health, and that is important. Like, that is great. It allows women to get more insight into their reproductive health, and the Series 8 at night during sleep will measure body temperature every 5 seconds, and users can see nightly shifts in their baseline temperature, which can be caused by like external factors as well. So like from like illness or maybe too much exercise and even stress. And it can even help track with ovulation. So again, a very great and a very important health feature for women. I'm not like poo-pooing that. Like, this is a great health feature, but if you were reading the rumors and expecting just like some body temperature sensor where you could like constantly monitor your body temperature and see if you're about to get sick, that appears to not really be a feature with this sensor, and I'm kind of confused by that. So if you're like me and you were expecting to be able to take advantage of that body temperature sensor, you're probably gonna end up being a little disappointed. Now, there are other new features mostly focused around life-saving improvements like car crash detection, which basically sounds like fall detection, but for automobile accidents instead. The other cool feature is the new low power mode, which can extend the battery life of the Series 8 for up to 36 hours of use. It does this by disabling and limiting some features like some health sensors, the always-on display, workout auto start, health heart notifications, and more. So yeah, you can still use your watch, like you can use the apps and all that stuff, you can still see the time, but it does disable a lot of those kind of like other sensors that are supposed to be working in the background. But hey, this sounds like what a lot of people were asking for. A lot of people were just asking for extended battery life on the watch, and they were willing to lose features like that. So if you're comfortable with turning off those sensors for more battery life, it's a good trade-off. However, here's the thing. If you are about to rush out and buy a Series 8 just for this feature, don't, because this low power mode is going to come to every Apple Watch from the Series 4 and onward, including the new Apple Watch SE. And that's kind of the problem with the Series 8 this year. It gets all the hallmark features of what the Series 7 had, like the always-on display, the ECG reader, and the blood oxygen sensor. But like, yeah, we already had that on the Series 7. There is not a lot new here. This really is a small update. Like, when people said the Series 7 was a small update, I kind of fought against that. But this Series 8 really is a small update. So if the Series 7 didn't get you to buy a new Apple Watch or upgrade your Apple Watch, I kind of feel like the Series 8 won't either. Is it a bad watch? No. I honestly love my Series 7, and if you're using an older Apple Watch or you've never owned an Apple Watch before and you want all the bells and whistles that come with like the flagship model, then I'm sure at $399, the Series 8 is still worth it. However, there is another great contender this year that you really should consider, and that is the new Apple Watch SE. This looks like a great value. And it might be one of the best Apple Watch values yet, because it comes in at just $250, and it packs in the same design as last time, but improves the chip to the same S8 chip as the Series 8. So literally, the performance on the flagship Apple Watch is exactly the same on the Apple Watch SE at $150 less. It even packs in some of those features I was talking about, like low power mode for 36 hours of battery life, and it also has the new car crash detection feature we talked about on the Series 8. I guess the biggest knockoffs you can give the Apple Watch SE is the back is in ceramic, it's a nylon composite material, whatever that means, and it only comes in 3 colors, so midnight, starlight, and silver. No product red, which I guess really isn't a big deal, because I don't think product red is like a popular color for the Apple Watch. It also has a slightly smaller, not always on display, so the display still does turn off, and it basically lacks a lot of the advanced health sensors that you would find on the Series 8. So no blood oxygen sensor, no electrocardiogram, and no body temperature sensor, but it still does have the heart rate sensor, which is probably the most important health sensor on the Apple Watch, and it still works with fall detection and then again, the new car crash detection. And hey, if you're the type of user that was gonna turn on that new low power mode feature, you would basically be disabling a lot of the new features that came on the Series 8. So if you were gonna constantly enable low power mode, just get an Apple Watch SE. Like you're turning off all those extra bells and whistles anyway, and it's $150 less. I think my favorite thing about the new Apple Watch SE is the pricing. $250 for the standard model is great, but I feel like the real kind of deal here, compared to the Series 8, is if you opt to get the cellular model, it's only a $50 upgrade on the Apple Watch SE, while it's a full $100 upgrade on the Series 8, making the price difference between the cellular models $200. So if you're going for a cellular model, you're actually walking away with a better value on the Apple Watch SE. Okay, we talked about the budget model. Let's now go to the complete opposite spectrum. Let's talk about the Apple Watch Ultra. Yeah, this thing is just a beautiful monstrosity to me, and I love it. It's designed to be big and more sporty than the original Apple Watch designs, and the body is much thicker and much bigger with a 49mm casing size made out of even more durable titanium material with 100 meters of water resistance, IP6X dust resistance, and a design that's more durable thanks to the rise in the case itself, which makes the top display flatter, which helps protect the edges of the watch from impacts. The watch even has a crown guard on it to better protect the digital crown and the side button. Internally, the watch does share a lot of the same qualities as the Series 8, so it does have the same chip, the same health sensors, but the Apple Watch Ultra has a lot of exclusive features as well that is more attuned for extreme use cases. I think the most notable feature that most people will benefit from, though, is the battery life, which lasts for 36 hours of normal use. That's literally the same battery life rating for the new low power mode on the Series 8 and SE model. And if you want to stretch that even further, Apple is working on a low power mode for the Apple Watch Ultra, which will reportedly give you 60 hours of battery life, and that should be coming in a future software update. So this is true multi-day battery life on an Apple Watch for the first time, and some users are really going to love just that feature. Some people are going to pick up the Apple Watch Ultra just for that battery life. And there's more. There's a new speaker system which is twice as loud, and the Ultra can even like emit this crazy siren sound that is 86 decibels loud, which can be heard from up to 600 feet away. I'm just gonna get that and just like run around like blasting that. I don't know, that just sounds like the most fun to me. Just getting that and just like sitting in a coffee shop and just going wee 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 wee. Like, what is that? What is that? It's there, but am I gonna use that? I will. I totally will. It also has a 3 microphone array, which is supposed to be like really good at picking up your voice. The display on it is crazy bright. It has a 2000 nit display. So when you're using that outdoors, you probably will have like literally no trouble viewing that thing in like direct sunlight. It also has a new action button on the side, so a third button on this Apple Watch Ultra, and it can be customized to whatever quick action you want. So they give examples of like marking a waypoint or controlling a workout. So that's really cool, like an own customized button, tons of uses for that. And it has this nice accented orange color, which I just think looks sharp, gives the watch a lot of character. It even includes a depth sensor for scuba diving. Like, this Apple Watch Ultra is absolutely insane looking, and I really, really want one. I feel like this product was the star of the show, and even though this was marketed towards like extreme athletes, scuba divers, and people out in the snowy mountaintops, I want this just for the bigger display, the industrial, tough-looking design, and that battery life. Like, I just want to abuse the battery out of this thing. I want to just not charge it and see how well it holds up while I'm not doing any of these extreme activities. I just think that's what people are going to buy it for. Like it's aspirational in a way, but at the end of the day, it has a big battery in it. And that's good. And honestly, the pricing on this, while high, it's not that bad. Like, $800 is a lot lower than most people were expecting. And if you look at the Series 8 and the more premium finishes like stainless steel, it's only a $50 upgrade to go to the Apple Watch Ultra, and it has a lot of exclusive features for that $50 upgrade. And there's not a lot of pain points either migrating to this new Apple Watch. Like, if you're already using the bigger Apple Watch size, the Apple Watch bands will still supposedly work for this bigger Apple Watch Ultra casing. And it even has some new Apple Watch bands designed exclusively for this watch. Now, I guess it's not all good for this watch. Like, I really like the design, but I've seen a lot of people online say this design looks ugly. So it may be an acquired taste, or maybe I just have bad taste. And let's face it, the 49mm watch for some people is just going to be way too big. So the size might be an instant disqualifier from you actually considering this thing. All right, at this point, I feel like you probably have a pretty good grasp on what watch is right for you. And the strange thing is, there really is no wrong choice here. Like, sometimes in Apple's lineup, there is a glaringly wrong choice. I think last year, the Series 3, no one should have bought that watch last year. But for all these new Apple Watch models, like, these are all refreshed models. They all have their place in the lineup, and there is valid reasons to go for an Apple Watch SE, an Apple Watch Series 8, and yes, even this Apple Watch Ultra. Now, don't be fooled by some of the features and don't assume the Series 8 is like a major upgrade, but again, if you have an older watch or haven't owned an Apple Watch before, and you want a full-featured watch with all of the bells and whistles and the latest health sensors, then go for the Series 8. It's still a nice watch, despite it kind of being a lackluster upgrade from the Series 7. But it still is the best overall watch for price and features. Now, if you want an affordable watch, and you don't care about some of the extra features the Series 8 has, but you still want a snappy experience, the Apple Watch SE is a no-brainer. It's a great value. And if you want a more durable watch with a longer battery life, or a bigger watch with a more rugged look, or even if you want to use it for some niche use cases like you're a scuba diver, then hey, the Apple Watch Ultra seems like it might actually be worth it. And on that note, I gotta hear from you in the comments below, because I just need to know what you think of the latest Apple Watch lineup, and let me know, what watch do you plan on buying, or do you think you're gonna skip this year? And also, please let me know what you think of this new Apple Watch Ultra. Is it a beautiful monstrosity, or is it the ugliest thing you've ever seen? I just have to know your opinion on it. Also, don't forget to like this video, you made it this far, and hey, subscribe to the channel to see the full review on all of these watches. And thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.